On to the next speaker, we have Claire Lomas. Claire from Wagging Trails.
Yeah, that's my
I
company.
wanted to make sure I got I got that right.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for coming and staying. You have 5 minutes. The timer's just here right.
Hi, my name is Claire Lomas. I have a dog walking company here in Vancouver. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to make it here today, as this is my first time speaking to City Council. It's not that I haven't been interested in what you've been doing here. I actually follow quite closely. I have a reputation amongst my friends for being the political one. So I did feel it was important to come here today and speak in support of Adrian Carr's motion. I want to say thank you for defining what affordability means and bringing real meaning to the incomes of Vancouverites here. I'm a former engineer and I decided to start a dog walking company. And I took a financial hit in terms of that decision. And for the longest time, I thought that my struggles to get ahead here was because of that decision. But I've slowly seen my friends move away because they've decided to have families and they can't find places to live. My clients have had to move away because they've had to make similar decisions. Anyways, I'm sidetracking a little bit here. I'm free-winging it a little bit because I did email all of you my original statement here. So I want to go back to my previous experience as an engineer, because we have a problem here with affordability, and engineers have a reputation for being problem solvers. I took a look at all of your bios to see what your backgrounds are and what your mind frames are. I don't know if you know any engineers, but we're known to think a little bit differently than everybody else. So while we have a reputation of being problem solvers, the real key is that we're actually good question askers. So part of asking good questions is defining your variables, and affordability is one of those very important variables. In addition, I would like to support Sarah's plea for vacancy control. I currently am very fortunate in my housing situation. I have a one-bedroom apartment in the West End, west of Denman. I pay just over $1,000, including parking. The only reason that my rent is affordable like that is because I've been there for 5 years. But what that means is that I've had to put my life on hold. I've been in a relationship for 5 years. He also has an affordable one-bedroom apartment. He actually spoke to you all in Jean Swanson's rent-eviction motion earlier this year. I didn't sign up to speak at that time because of my work schedule. I wasn't sure if I could actually be here to speak. I mention this because as we're talking about what things we measure, we're talking about what things we can improve. And I think we need to be measuring not only what we're defining as an affordable rent right now, but I think we need to take a serious look at what people who are in my situation, who have been in their current apartment for 5 years or more, what their median rent is, and compare that to what the median rent is of new developments, and see if that is matching what Vancouverites need. We keep talking about a housing crisis, but we have no definition of what that means. Does that mean that 25% of our population is struggling? 50%? Is it only homeowners or renters? When I moved to this city, I knew it was expensive. That was a sacrifice I was willing to make. I was okay with renting and giving up an investment in my personal equity so I could live in this beautiful city. I fell in love not just with the beautiful nature, but the people who live here. I see all of you here talking about affordability and how to get there, and I have hope that we can make a difference. As I said, I'm winging this. And sometimes I get a
There
little
is water
emotional.
there next to you.
No, it's all good. I just get a little bit passionate right now because I get a bit frustrated when we talk about the needs of the developer. From my perspective, all they have to lose is money. I'm losing my community. I'm losing the family that I have chosen here. And that loss is not being measured. It's not being measured in dollars and cents, and I'm asking you to measure that. I think that's about it for me.
Thank you. Perfect timing. And thank you and welcome first time. I hope you'll come back. Sorry,
I
it
will
was
be. We got a big
long
problem.
day. We're trying to figure out how to make sure we efficiently get through speakers. And
Absolutely, absolutely. And I
process.
appreciate
So thank you.
all of you being here for this length of time. I know it's tough. I can appreciate burnout.
Thank you.
That's it.
So I